Welcome to another Crossbody of Work Minisode. My name is Evan.
I'm Javier.
And this week we look at one of the worst wrestling match ideas I've ever seen.
Match ideas, performances, situations. Honestly, this might have been one of the most discombobulated televised programs of all time.
It's the most confused I've ever been watching wrestling, and I've seen The Fiend wrestle. And the problem here is we're talking World War III, specifically the first ever World War III event in 1995 by WCW. And you ever look at a battle royal and you go, I wish there was more. And you're like, okay, do you want all the wrestlers to start in the ring like a 20-man? And they're like, yeah, but triple it, 3 rings, 60 guys.
The entire roster, as many as you can get.
I think they were pulling people off the street. I think there was at least one contest winner in there.
Listen, I don't even know most of these people. So, I know one person for sure. The YETI.
The YETI is in this match.
Was in this match, and that's all I got for you.
Let's talk about the backstory for the match. So at Halloween Havoc, the Giant, a.k.a. Big Show, a.k.a. Paul White, a.k.a. the star of the Big Show, controversially defeated Hulk Hogan via DQ to win the WCW World Heavyweight Championship because Hogan's manager, Jimmy Hart, turned on him, attacked the referee, and attacked Hogan. Giant was awarded the title, and then which is weird because the title should not change hands. It's a DQ. And then they joined the Dungeon of Doom, or Hart joined the Dungeon of Doom because that's where Giant was. And then the Giant successfully defended the title against someone named Cobra, which is very cool.
Who? Cobra, like fucking G.I. Joe?
Yes, but it's NWO Sting. That's what they had him when he wasn't being Sting.
Oh my god. What the fuck is going on? What are we doing here, guys?
And then Jimmy Hart revealed he signed a contract on Hogan's behalf for Hogan's title match against the Giant and revealed the stipulation. So that's why you could get the title on a DQ. WCW officials stripped Giant of the title, and then they're like, we'll decide it in a 60-person 3-ring battle royal. What a terrible idea. So
the commentary team is like Bischoff, it's Dusty, it's Schiavone.
There's 3 different commentary teams. So there's Schiavone and Heenan, there's Dusty and Eric Bischoff, and then there's Chris Cruz and Larry Zbyszko.
You said fucking what?
Chris Cruz. Not to be confused with Chris Cross, the legendary rap group. Daddy Macabika, jump. All right.
The legendary rap group is a crazy way to describe Chris Cross.
You're welcome, Chris Cross. Here's what we have Here's what we have in terms of competitors that are coming out. Arn Anderson, Alex Wright, Brian Knobbs, David Taylor, Scott Armstrong, Sting, Joey Maggs, Pez Watley, great name. Give them in a push. Disco Inferno, boo. Mang, yay.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray, Lex Luger, Eddie Guerrero, Cobra, The Giant, Mr. Wonderful, Canyon, Robert Eaton, Chris Benoit, boo. Macho Man Savage, Marcus Bagwell, The Yeti, Hugh Morris, Zodiac, which is Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
No, at this point, I'm pretty sure my fucking cat was in this match. By the way, I'm pointing at my cat. She's right
That's true. Shout out to the cat. VK Wall Street, DDP, Scott Norton, Flying Brian, One Man Gang, somebody called 500 Pound Shark, which I'm pretty sure is just John Tenta.
I'm sorry. What?
I think that's John Tenta.
Was this the Meg prequel?
Hawk, Johnny B. Bad, Steven Regal, Taskmaster, Sags, Hawk, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Booker T, Big Bubba Rogers, Ric Flair, and of course Hulk Hogan. There are also some other jobbers in there, but who can tell? This is the NFL Red Zone of professional wrestling. There are 3 screens. I love Red Zone so much.
Don't you ever disrespect Scotty like that?
I love Scott.
Scott Hansen's the GOAT.
I can't even say what did you think of this match because it's a cluster, and nobody gets eliminated for a long time.
I told you this pre-recording. I have notes of the beginning. I have notes of the end. There are like 4 notes in the between. It's really hard to take notes of this match. You could barely see the rings, mind you, with the way they chopped it up. There's more like empty space, I feel like, than there is actual like boxes for the fucking telecast that they have going on. If my favorite thing about all of this entire match, everything pre and post, when Michael Buffers is doing the announcement, right behind him is William Regal, and I have never seen an individual look more stressed. He looks like the fucking like other Candy girl that works when fucking Ashley Tisdale's character wasn't there. The stressed out one in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
I got you. Yeah.
He looks so stressed. He's like,
This goes against all of Regal's sensibilities. He's like, there's no planning, there's no passion, there's no vision.
there's nothing.
It's bad. On the rest of the card, some decent matches on here. This is like Johnny B. Bad and DDP had a match for the WCW TV title. That's not awful.
Sure, man. They're both in this match.
Bull Nakano was on the card. Bull Nakano
Shout out to Bull Nakano.
And Akira Hokuto defeated Mayumi Ozaki and Cutie Suzuki, a match that we've covered. I didn't realize that it was from World War III, but we've definitely covered that match.
Good for us.
Good for us. Yeah. Okay. So, I want to...
Hogan goes after Flair right away.
That's the whole thing. They're battling it out early. There's Pillman versus Savage in one of the rings. Arn and Sting are brawling at ringside, and I love that.
I saw people ringside. I was like, what's going on here? Are they gone? Sting is not out this early.
So the rules of the match are very, very, very convoluted. It's actually not that convoluted. It's Royal Rumble style, both feet over or touch the ground over the top rope.
The issue is there's 60 fucking people in this match.
And everyone keeps leaving. In a Royal Rumble, like 2 people leave during the match. Maximum.
And it's because they're fighting each other.
This, guys are on the outside the whole time just to get some breathing room. It's crazy. Of these, if you could have booked anyone to win this match.
YETI.
Not the YETI. Anybody else? Arn Anderson.
Eddie Guerrero. I don't know. Eddie had a fun little showing. He made it to the last 10.
Eddie did have I was surprised Eddie made it that long. Yeah, there's some like a lot of things I noticed. Zodiac looks like a goon.
Hogan getting ganged up on by like 50 people.
That does make my heart happy.
We got like 10 minutes into the match before I realized I had no idea what the rules were.
Yeah, it's Royal Rumble style, dump over the top rope, both feet hit the ground. In later World War IIIs, you would have the ability to do pinfall and submission. Also in later World War IIIs, they would make it so you could not leave the ring, but then they got rid of that rule. So there's only one of them that has that rule.
So Sting starts chasing Flair. At one point, Hogan was chasing Flair. Now Sting is chasing Flair. Flair is just fucking lightning to these goddamn top guys.
Well, that's the thing is for Sting and Flair, it is on site.
Oh, I mean, yeah, obviously.
Also, Sting and Flair had just finished a match against each other, by the way. Sting beat Flair by submission in the match before this match. So that's why. Also, Lex Luger and Randy Savage keep battling. They also had a fight or a match earlier in the night.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, Savage was brutally beating the fuck out of Luger. I thought he eliminated Luger at one point here, but I guess not. Because people were just throwing people through the ropes. Like they weren't tossing them over. It's really fucking confusing and annoying.
The first person that commentary says gets eliminated is the YETI.
That's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. CV Ray tries to dump out the Taskmaster. It's one of my only notes. And then here's something. Did they say the Mario Brothers are in this match?
I'm sorry, you said what?
Did you not hear that? They said the Mario Brothers.
Brother, I couldn't hear anything going on.
It's actually the Barrio Brothers. But I looked at them and I'm like, those guys look like Mario Brothers. Which Mario brother would do better in wrestling? Mario or Luigi?
Luigi's taller.
Adam Cole would like a word.
He's taller. Also, he doesn't have a gut like Mario does. Mario is short and he's pudgy.
Mario is Otis.
Although Luigi's not a good promo is the issue here.
No, that's true. He needs Mario.
So,
is Mario the Enzo to Luigi's cast?
No, because he's not like that much shorter. It's like Mario's like evil Uno, and then Luigi is Stu Grayson.
That also works. Really well.
Mario.
Bagwell gets eliminated. Canyon gets eliminated. Big Train Bart is eliminated, who looks like
Who?
he looks like rural Otis. He's a big guy in overalls.
Why'd you say it like that? Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I guess, takes out the Boss Man, and then Boss Man's pissed off about it, so he takes him out right after. I don't know what either of these two people's names are in WCW.
Big Bubba Rogers and still Hacksaw Jim Duggan. While this is happening, Scott Armstrong is being taken out on a stretcher, which is very surreal because he's just going by in what looks like a very serious medical thing. And then there's just Big Bubba Rogers just pulling Hacksaw Jim Duggan out of the ring. VK
Eddie
Wall
Guerrero
Street
hits a missile drop kick on someone over Sting. Like he was just holding on to Sting so he could get to the top. And he just jumps over Sting and hits a missile drop kick on someone.
Forgot to mention this, which is that when each of Ring 3 and Ring 2 get down to 10 men, those men join Ring 1, so they get down to 10 men in both of those rings because guys like, VK Wall Street, aka IRS, and Scott Norton get eliminated, pour one out. Once those guys, the refs are trying to get these men into the other ring. Here's the thing, they're in the middle of a match. They're not listening. There's too much going on. It takes them forever to get into the other ring. And then once they do, there's now 30 people in one ring.
It's ridiculous behavior that's going on right now.
It is. Disco gets eliminated, which is good.
Disco, good. Disco, good. We eventually
what is that from?
It's from You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Right. A forgotten movie.
Gem of a movie. Anyways, we get down to 10 men, and Eddie Guerrero is one of the 10 men.
He is. Also, I got to talk about this. So Benoit got eliminated, also known as Dickhead. Meng gets eliminated. And I wrote, why is Zodiac still here? And as I was typing it, Zodiac gets eliminated by Brian Pillman. And I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. Also, the most inspirational elimination of all time happened. Because DDP and Johnny B. Bad eliminate each other. So Mark Merrow and DDP, two of the best people in wrestling, motivational speakers and trying to turn people's lives around, they eliminate each other. I'm like, oh man, that's sad.
That's sad.
Yeah. So at one point, the list of people that I have in the ring are Eddie, One Man Gang, Randy Savage, Arn Anderson, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, The Giant, Lex Luger, and Sting.
Yeah, that's the final 10, I think.
The last one was Mr. Wonderful. He was the 10th, and he gets eliminated by Hogan.
Okay. Eddie, fucking Hogan. Hogan and Mr. Wonderful, A Tale as Old as Time.
That's right.
Eddie hits a missile drop kick to Arn Anderson, and then Flair right immediately slaps on a figure 4 on him. Arn hits a beautiful spine buster to Eddie Guerrero.
That commentary calls a power bomb. Shame.
Was it Tony? It was probably Tony.
It was Tony.
Yeah. Stinger splashes in the corners of both horsemen, one on each in opposite corners. Giant hits a choke slam on Randy Savage. Flair gets dumped out of the ring from the top rope. He gets on the top rope, gets pushed out, and then just starts running. He goes from one ring to another. He's pissed.
Flair being beside himself is maybe my favorite thing. Flair, when he just can't believe it, is so funny.
When he gets kicked out when he's a manager for one of the Evolution guys, you could watch it in the first part of their Orton episodes. When he's ringside, he just goes.
He does the Kermit arms. He just runs around. It's not easy being green. All right. Eddie also got tossed out during this time.
The Dreamers and me.
I do love Rainbow Connection. So Eddie gets tossed out. Savage gets chokeslammed by the Giant. Luger and Sting are working together to team up on the Giant. Hogan helps and eliminates all of Giant, Luger, and Sting.
Which just leaves what? Hogan, One Man Gang, and Savage?
Correct. Giant then pulls Hogan out of the ring, but not over the top, just through the ropes.
Yeah.
While this is happening, you can catch it in the corner of your screen if you watch along. We'll put it in the description down below. One Man Gang is eliminated by Savage, which leaves only Randy Savage in the ring. Randy Savage finally figures out how to do battle royals, because we all know how it went for him in the Royal Rumble. It went poorly. They call the match for Savage. Do you see what the problem is here?
Hulk Hogan gets screwed.
which again for us,
Good thing. Great thing.
fantastic,
I don't need to see
fantastic.
Hogan as WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
No, I don't. But at the same time, it is unfair.
It is the best of the screw jobs.
Hogan keeps showing how he's never eliminated.
He just keeps doing the freaking pulled under the rope thing. It's really annoying.
Mean Gene comes in the ring, and Hogan's like, "I'll tell you what, brother. I didn't get eliminated." And Mean Gene's like, "Well, that's too bad because they've already called it. Like pay-per-view's running out, man. We gotta go."
Yeah. Savage gets on the mic, and at one point, like he's being cordial with Hogan. He's like, we've been friends for a long time. All this other bullshit. I don't know why. I just lost.
That was Stone Cold.
We've
been friends a long time.
A long time, Hogan. I don't know. And then he just randomly goes, "It is what it is."
Honestly, Randy Savage saying "it is what it is" does fill me with the type of life I didn't know I had.
He says it in the Savage voice, but he says it like he's doing a Dusty impersonation.
Yeah.
He just goes, "It is what it is."
God bless Randy Savage. Honestly, a great winner. Randy Savage should be the winner.
Yeah.
I think that's a great decision.
Just for that line alone, he should have won this match.
One weird thing to think about, because we saw the entirety of the WCW roster here. Like, this is also when WWF is having a hard time, right? This is the new generation era. Like
95 is the worst year they've had.
95 is a bad year. WCW has the better roster. Like, that's not...
Oh, well, fucking the other side has Duke the Dumpster Drozy.
I think what I'm getting at is I didn't realize how much of the up or lower upper card to the mid card that I actually liked in this era of WCW.
Yeah, because you think it's like where the old people go. It's the Hogan, it's Flair. Sting's getting up there in age. Arn Anderson's up there in age. Mr. Wonderful. They have a lot of older talent. Yeah, but there's a lot of good young guys like the Giant. Big Show's probably in his mid-20s.
There's Harlem Heat.
Heat. There's a bunch of guys here that I was like, oh, there's Eddie, there's Brian Pillman. It's a lot of guys who are really good.
The Giant was 23 in
this
match. 23.
He started really young.
He did. My God, that's so good. This match is awful. Normally, when we do these, it's because the match is fantastic and we should dive back in and be like, wow, what a good time. Sometimes we also like to punish ourselves and talk about terrible matches.
Yeah, in a year when we do World War III Part Number 2, it's going to suck.
So AEW kind of did a version of this, right?
Not really.
That? No, they did the two ring one.
Yeah, but it wasn't like... The thing with that one is they didn't split the cameras between both rings. They just had the camera panned out and you saw both rings.
They did the Royal Rampage match.
It's
July
easy to do
1st, 2022.
Rings.
Yeah. 2 rings, 20 competitors. So 10 in each ring. That was good. Yeah. That was fine.
I'm okay with that. It also made sense because they were doing, I think, a blood and guts match that night. So they already had the 2 rings.
That does make sense. If you could see a company doing this, why is it AEW?
Because, the Turner stuff, just bringing back old WCW gimmicks. But also,
gimmick,
they have so many fucking people. It makes sense.
All right, book it. Give me the final 4 of the AEW World War III. And
I don't know, but Orange Cassidy's winning.
Orange Cassidy is exactly who I had winning too.
It's Orange Cassidy's winning.
It's Orange Cassidy. It's Miro. It's one of the younger guys.
No, it's those two, and then it's Kenny and Moxley for the Blackpool Combat Club Elite thing.
God, all right, book a WWE Final 4.
Oh fuck, Roman's not in this match.
Cody wins. Roman's not in.
Yeah, Cody wins. It's Cody, it's Gunther, and then it's fucking Sammy and Kevin.
So we were 3. I had Cody, I had Gunther, I had Sammy, and I had there'll be some a Sheamus or
random Solo.
Somebody random in
there.
I
think it'll be Kevin and Sammy, and then it'll be one of those deals where Gunter is like on there with like Kevin or like on there with Sammy or something, and then the other partner eliminates both of them, and then
Yeah.
it's probably Sammy and Gunter get eliminated by Kevin, and he's like, "Well, what do you want me to do about it? It's a
Yeah.
battle royal. It's every
Look at the
man for
size of that
themselves."
son of a bitch.
And
All
then
right.
Cody just dumps him.
Bring back World War III, the match, not the concept.
I feel like it'd actually be decent nowadays. I feel like
it-
they could pull it off pretty well.
I feel like we'd have the technology. All right. Thank you for joining us on a wonderful little mini-sode where we talked about a terrible little match. If you have other matches we should cover in mini-sodes, put them in the comments below. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit like. Get all of our content, all of that good stuff. Last week we covered the Midnight Express. We haven't recorded that as of time of us recording this, but it should be fun. What a wonderful time we had, I hope. Go and listen to that wherever you get your podcasts or right here on YouTube. Javier, where can people find you on social media?
I'm on the Twitter machine at JMelloSports. Sauce a follow to the boy if Elon Musk lets you.
That's right. You can follow me on Twitter as well. @It's7Gomes, ITSEVANGOMES. Thank you for joining us for another mini-sode. We'll be back soon to talk about, hopefully, some better wrestling. We'll talk to you then.
Bye.